The new update came to my Switch early and I cannot wait to show you what you can expect. If you are new to the channel, hi, my name is Millie, I make Animal Crossing videos. Click the subscribe button, we would love to have you here. Your day is going to start by Isabel giving you an island-wide broadcast, and she's going to tell you that the hotel has been built on the island's pier. If she doesn't do this and you realise when you start up Animal Crossing in the top right it doesn't say 3.0.0, this means that you've not got the update yet. Be patient, it will get to you, but if you do have 3.0.0 and Isabel greets you like this, you know that you've got the update installed. For those newbies that weren't around when the game updated in 2021, I think it was, these updates are something that happen on their own. You haven't got to do anything, it will just do it itself. The main feature that everyone's really excited about with this update is the Pier Hotel, so that's the first place that I went. From what I've seen so far, it feels very similar to the expansion pack that you can buy. As you can see, Captain's boat's still here, it's just to the side of the hotel. So enough chatting from me, let's take you on inside the hotel. When you get inside the hotel, Tom will automatically be there to greet you along with Captain and Leilani. Is that how you say her name? Is it Leilani or Leilani? I don't know, but basically the whole hotel is run by Captain's family, which is so sweet. Although I'm very excited about the hotel expansion bit of the update, I am a little bit disappointed because I went out and bought the expansion pack, which feels very similar to the new update. For those that don't know, the Happy Home Paradise expansion pack, you are basically designing holiday homes, vacation homes for loads of different islanders, whether they be on your island or just any of the other 430 something, I think it's 430 something other villages. You're designing them vacation homes. In this instance, you have a hotel on your island and you're designing hotel rooms. From what I've played so far, this feels very similar, so if you've not bought the expansion pack yet, I would hold off on buying the expansion pack, play the hotel version, the new updated version of just the base game, see how you get on. If you do enjoy it and the hotel room part of the game is finished and you do want to buy the expansion pack, then do it. But if you're toying with it, maybe just stick with this for now. So again, the hotel is just something they want more islanders to come and visit your island. I think that people that visit the hotel can like mingle with your islanders and come out on your island, which is quite cool. So after you agree to help them, Tom is just going to leave you in the hotel with Leilani and Captain, and what you're going to do is you're going to go over to Leilani's desk and she will explain the rest from there. So she's going to take you up to your first room. I'm not sure if it's the same for everyone, but the first room that I got was a seaside theme. I've managed to skillfully avoid all the spoilers. The update actually happened while I was in the middle of playing. I was playing Wednesday the 14th at like 2 p.m. and it said that I had an update and I was so confused because surely they wouldn't update it so close to the big update coming out. And then I started getting excited thinking like got it early, then told myself to stop being silly, but then it turns out it was actually the update like 12 hours early. So Leilani's basically going to give you a really thorough in-depth explanation of how to redo each room. If you don't have the expansion pack, you might not know this, but they give you a recommended tab when designing rooms, which is so helpful. You can either use it or use some of the furniture that you've already accumulated through your catalogue. Don't forget you can also customize each piece of furniture as well. Just like in the Happy Home Paradise expansion pack, you need to take a picture using your camera when you are finished. Then go back and speak with Leilani. Leilani will say, it's such a pretty room. Honestly, if I had a room like this that I was staying in, I don't think I would want to leave. Call me biased, but it's so pretty. After you finish your first room, Leilani will take you back down to the hotel lobby where your first hotel visitor will visit you. Again, I'm not sure if it's the same for everyone, but my first hotel visitor was Joey. He's just basically going to say he likes the island, he wishes he could stay longer, so he decided to swing by here and hope that there's a room available. Leilani will say, well, that is some freaky deaky timing because we've just finished one. She's going to take Joey upstairs and show him to his room and then come back down and chat with you. Leilani is basically just going to tell you if you use the stairs at the back of the room, it's going to take you up to the guest rooms. You can check on them anytime you want. Just like in the expansion pack, you will get rewarded for every room that you help design. You get rewarded in tickets, which you can spend at Graham's souvenir shop. Leilani's going to ask you to come back to her when you want to help design the second room, but I decided to go and speak to Graham about her souvenir shop. You can either pick one of the two things next to her. In this instance, it was the clock and the towel rack, or you could speak to Graham directly and she will open up the catalogue. Again, this felt very similar to the expansion pack, but I actually really enjoyed this feature. I was looking through some of them and some of them I actually really like. You've got some hotel merch kind of things, the mug, the pendant, the wall clock, the rack, the globe. You've got some hotel themed pieces of clothing and just some miscellaneous bits and bobs that I currently don't have on my island, so I thought stock up while you're here. I ended up getting a bed, some cutlery, an umbrella, a white hotel t-shirt and a blue hotel t-shirt, and they will get shipped to your home in the mail, so that is so cool. And of course you get Nook Miles for designing your first room. If you didn't, what would be the point? They've actually added some new slots in the Nook Miles app on your phone for the new update. I went over and spoke to Layla. I think she's supposed to be Captain's sister, maybe. I'm guessing. I don't know. From what I do know and from what I've experienced, she's pretty useless. I'm not too sure what these mannequins are for, but I think it's for visitors of the hotel. They can wear these items and I'm pretty sure you can change them as well, but I will keep you updated. I then went on up to see Joey in his hotel room. When you get to the top of the stairs, you'll be able to see who's staying in which rooms and which rooms you've completed and which ones are left to be completed. I didn't realise it at the time that I was playing, but editing it back, I now realise that Joey is wearing one of the outfits from the mannequins downstairs. After I had checked in with Joey in his hotel room, I went back down the stairs and talked to Leilani about doing the second room. This time is actually different. Leilani will give you two themes and you get to choose which one you want to do for the second room. I ended up going with the Japanese room. I've never done a Japanese style room before, but this ended up looking so cute. Leilani will then take you back downstairs and reward you a second time for completing your second room. As you're only allowed to do 2 rooms per day, if you want to come back, you will have to do some more another day. As that's all you can really do inside the hotel, I decided to leave. As I left, Tom pulled me to one side and told me about the box outside of the hotel. I'm still undecided about how I feel about this part of the expansion. I like it to a certain extent, but also there's a part of it that seems a little bit pointless. The whole point of this is to basically go back to the main part of your island, craft some DIYs, and then drop them in the box. You can either go over to the box itself and see what DIYs you'll need to donate, or you can open it up on your Nook app. You'll actually see when you open up the DIY app on your phone, there's a whole section for DIY requests. This will only show you the 4 active ones because when you've donated those ones, more will come along and fill their place. I quickly popped into Nook's Cranny to see if anything had changed in there. From what I can tell, nothing had really changed except the order of some of the things in the cabinet. I've seen one of the things that people wanted the most were the stairs on the right to actually lead to something and you could go up and see Timmy and Tommy's apartment or something, but unfortunately it's still the same in this update. You cannot go upstairs. After Nook's Cranny, I swung by the plaza and resident services. When you walk in for the first time, Tom is going to talk to you very quickly. He's going to ask you if you want to take part in a ceremony, just like you would if it was Nook's or the museum. I checked to see if the recycle bin was any different. It wasn't. It was exactly the same. However, the ABD had a lot more new features. The Nook Miles section of it was exactly the same recipes, same items. However, under the Nook shopping section of the ABD, Nintendo had partnered with Lego and brought out a bunch of cool things. I can appreciate it, but it's not anything that I would personally buy. I thought that until I saw the t-shirts and I needed them all. They've also kept the Super Mario collab that they had before, so all of those items are still there, as well as a few miscellaneous bits and bobs. I'm pretty sure most of these were already on the game, but they were really hard to come across. Now they're all in your Nook shopping section. Watching this back, I am actually eyeing up the Pocket Camp phone case. That's a nod to one of the other iterations of Nintendo Animal Crossing. I've also noticed that they've added Rossetti to the seasonal section of Nooks, but this could simply just be down to the fact that I was in the middle of time hopping when the update surprised me at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I then popped next door to the museum thinking that there would be maybe something different in the museum. Turns out the museum is exactly the same. Even the roost is exactly the same. I hadn't heard that anything was going to be added to the museum, but I just wanted to go around and check all the buildings just in case. After I'd finished in the museum, I went next door to Able Sisters to see if anything had changed in there. From what I could see, nothing had changed in Able Sisters, but I did go over to the changing rooms and pick out a new outfit just because when you're in Able Sisters, visitors, you need to pick out a new outfit. It's like an unspoken rule. As I said before, they had added some new sections in the Nook Miles app on your phone. There's a couple more for the hotel decoration and the DIY donating part. The Critterpedia app is exactly the same as well. Nothing has changed. After browsing through my phone, I decided to go back to the plaza and sit at Tom Nook's desk so that we could do the ceremony for the new hotel. Usually if I'm just playing the game and not recording it for a series, I will not bother with the ceremonies, but this one has been my favourite one that I've ever done. Something that I really wanted with the new update was more bridges when you're doing infrastructure on your island. Unfortunately, there were no new bridges added and no new inclines either, which was disappointing because I know a lot of people that wanted new bridges and inclines. I then headed over to the airport to see if anything had changed in there. From what I could tell, it was still exactly the same. The one thing that, well, two things actually I would have liked from the airport would be to island hop, so you can put in new dodo codes when you're already out on another island, instead of having to fly all the way back to yours and then go through the whole process of putting in another dodo code. And the second one would be when you're at a treasure island, or anyone's island for that matter, that the interference screen just disappears. It is so frustrating. The only person who really needs to see it is the person flying in. Everyone else, it doesn't matter. I had no idea who this was when he came to my island, but it turns out that he's the person staying in the hotel in the second room that I designed. I then decided to time hop to the actual date that it was, and then I went back to the hotel and designed my third room. I was given the choice between a simple room and a ranch room. Of course, I went for the ranch room, and this room came out looking so stinking cute. I am so proud of this one. I honestly don't know why I bought the expansion pack, because the whole point of it is to decorate holiday homes, and I am not very gifted when it comes to that, so designing these hotel rooms was like that on a smaller scale, and I found it so much easier. It was then time to help out with room number 4. I was given two choices between a kiddies room and a dreamy room. Both, to me, sucked, but I chose the dreamy room. I mean, I'm not unimpressed with how it came out. I thought it came out pretty good, but it's just not really something that I could get into the swing of. I then decided it was a good time to start making the DIYs to go in the box outside of the hotel. These were the 4 that I had to make, and 3 of them were already craftable, so I started with the pot. Something that I didn't really ask for, but I'm glad that they brought it to the new update. You can craft multiple items at once now. It is going to make creating a bunch of things at once so much easier and so much more enjoyable as well. When I had collected up all my materials and crafted all the items that I needed to, I went over to the box outside of the hotel and dropped them all off. As you can see, the bluey purpley background ones are the ones that are worth twice the amount of tickets that are shown. And when you've submitted those items, more will come along and fill the place. It's very much like the Nook Miles Plus in the Nook Miles app. As soon as you've completed one, another will come along and take its place. Another cool feature that they brought out with this update is the slumber time feature. When you go to sleep in a bed, you can just click it's slumber time. You can invite friends to your island. I'm pretty sure I've seen somewhere that you can all decorate an island in a slumber at the same time. I could be wrong. I should double check first. From what I've heard, you get to design 3 islands, quote, in your dream. So as you start each, quote, save slot, I guess that's what you would call it, Luna gives you a choice of 3 sized islands and then gives you a choice of 4 maps. Then you wake up from your slumber, which feels like you're in a dream. If you've ever used the dream address before from the previous update, you'll know what I'm talking about. Luna will be there to explain any questions you have, so if you do have any questions about how this works, please go and speak to Luna. I'm not very good at explaining this. I think I'd played this part of the game for like 10 minutes. It didn't really seem like my kind of thing, but I'm hoping it's something that I can get into at a later date. I think they brought out this feature simply because so many people have advanced their island so far. They've got a theme, everything is finished on their island. If they ever felt like they wanted a different theme or to reset that island completely but still keep their old one, this is why they've done this. You can name each slumber island as well. I decided to call this one Gilmore. I tried Stars Hollow, but there's not enough characters. Nintendo, please can we change that? But I called this one Gilmore and I added a little cute heart at the end as well. Now that I'm editing this back, I have so many different themes that I want to do for different slumber islands. So maybe this feature is going to be more useful to me than I thought it would. You will also have Rossetti on your island. This is actually the first time that I've bumped into Rossetti. I wasn't massively clued up on why he was on my island or what he did, but after speaking to him, he does some really cool things. Another feature that they've brought out is going to be so helpful when you're terraforming. I've heard people find it very useful, but I personally didn't see the point in it. If you hold L and tilt the left stick, press A while you're terraforming, it's that kind of thing. It's supposed to make terraforming easier. I don't know, I've just had lots of fun making her dance. But yeah, I think that's everything in the new update. If you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, check out the description for my other playlists. I will have them linked, and I will see you very soon. Don't forget to save your progress, okay? Bye!